From the moment a great idea is born, it's already fighting to survive. Not just against competition or lack of funds, but against something much more ruthless: bureaucracy. The cold, slow-moving machine that turns innovation into a long, dragging, lifeless process. It smothers sparks before they catch fire. It weighs down bold dreams with endless rules, protocols, layers of approval. You know that feeling. When your vision is reduced to forms, meetings, red tape, endless compliance. When a brilliant breakthrough is slowed to a crawl because someone far away in a distant office has to say yes, or worse, no. This bottleneck isn't just frustrating. It kills momentum. It kills excitement. It kills the future. Founders, investors, leaders, you're not just creators and capitalists in this story. You are warriors against the slow death of progress. Every time innovation is bogged down by bureaucracy, it's not just a delay. It's a betrayal of what could be. You see it every day. The gap between what's possible and what actually happens widens, and the middlemen, the gatekeepers, the system's endless checkpoints, they throttle growth. They kill the edge. But here's the brutal truth nobody wants to admit. Bureaucracy is thriving because there's something missing in the way innovation is protected and championed. It's not just about funding or talent. It's about freedom. The freedom to create fast. The freedom to fail fast. The freedom to shoot your shot without needing an army of signatures behind you. Imagine a world where innovation is untethered, where the power to decide, to innovate, to act, belongs to those closest to the idea. You, the founder, the investor, the visionary. And not to distant layers of control slowly grinding progress down. A world where you can beat the system, not by asking permission, but by building an unbreakable foundation for your ideas to thrive. Not by playing the game of endless bureaucracy, but by rewriting the rules entirely. This isn't hype. This isn't some vague theory about better startups or faster teams. This is the only path forward if capitalism is going to save innovation from the jaws of bureaucracy. Think about your worst enemy right now. Not your competitor. Not the market. The slow, cold machine of bureaucracy. It's invisible yet suffocating. It's the rulebook forced onto creators who want to burn bright, but end up dimmed by protocol. It's the meeting that could have been an email, but turned into a month-long review. It's the risk assessment that kills risk. It's the chain of command that saps speed and kills instinct. Bureaucracy transforms brilliance into bureaucracy. The system rewards mediocrity because it's easier to manage. It's safer. It's comfortable. But comfort is the death of innovation. Comfort is where ideas come to die. How do you fight this? You fight. The answer is not just waving your arms or complaining louder. It is structural. It is strategic. It requires a return to what capitalism was born to do: unleash individual freedom against any system trying to control it. Capitalism's power has always been about freedom. The freedom to act, the freedom to own, the freedom to build, without asking endlessly for approval. Bureaucracy crushes that by stealing your freedom with layers of regulation and permission-seeking. To save innovation, capitalism needs to reclaim that freedom aggressively. Here's the secret. Real innovation does not happen in the center. It happens at the edges, the fringes where individuals reject comfort, reject consensus, and burn fiercely to create. It happens where freedom is most raw and unshackled. The real problem is not lack of ideas or talent, but the lack of structures that empower the exceptional to connect, collaborate, and create without interference. The world today is built to manage the average, the safe, the good enough. It is not built for the rare few who burn brighter, the few who refuse to wait, the few who refuse to be boxed in by anyone's red tape. Imagine capitalism fueled by those rare firebrands. The founders who refuse to be slowed, the investors who look past system noise and bet on pure, raw vision, the leaders who don't settle for process, but demand progress. Imagine rewriting the very network of how innovation flows, dismantling the layers of bureaucracy by building new networks where connection beats control, where trust beats permission, where speed beats process. This is how capitalism can save innovation, not by tightening controls, but by unleashing the full power of individuals to link up and create without waiting for anyone's approval. But here's the challenge most won't face. This requires ruthless freedom. It requires cutting loose from ideas of belonging that chain creative minds to slow systems. It means being sovereign. Your will is your weapon. It means questioning everything, especially the rules that say, you must follow this process. It means being selective, aligning with the few who burn as fiercely as you do, not the many who settle for average. And above all, it means patience, because true innovation is a long game and bureaucracy tries to kill that time. You have inside of you the power to break this cycle. It might look impossible right now, the layers of bureaucracy, the weight of systems built to control. But outer obstacles matter less than inner resolve. Capitalism's greatest promise is that freedom fuels excellence. The free individual cannot be stopped by rules, not when that individual connects with others who refuse to play safe. Not when a network of fearless builders come together to cut bureaucracy down piece by acting faster, smarter, and more boldly. This isn't just theory. This is the future you are invited to claim. You see, bureaucracy pretends it protects innovation, but really it protects comfort. Comfort for those in power, comfort for lazy systems. It's a lie dressed up as order. Real innovation is messy, chaotic, dangerous. It threatens. It disrupts everything that bureaucracy holds sacred. Capitalism at its core isn't about preserving the status quo. It is about unleashing disruption in relentless waves that no bureaucracy can keep up with. To save innovation, capitalism must become the burning fire that melts the chains of control. It must empower those at the edge, those unwilling to wait, those who know that to build what's next, old rules must burn. This is not for everyone. The system loves comfort and obedience. It punishes those who ask too many questions or move too fast. But you were never meant to settle for small, safe, slow. You were made to exceed limits, to punch through walls, to ignite futures that no bureaucracy can contain. Capitalism, when true to itself, is the weapon to do that. It's not capitalism that kills innovation. It's the half-hearted version shackled by rulebooks and permission slips. The real capitalism frees you, your ideas, and your potential. And when that happens, bureaucracy has no choice but to crumble. Here's what you can do right now. Stop playing by outdated rules. Stop asking permission for your next big move. Build networks of trust with those few who burn as fiercely as you do. Connect beyond borders, beyond industries, beyond titles. Invest in autonomy, yours and others, because innovation can only thrive when individuals call their own shots. Focus more on empowerment than control. Look for hidden connections that multiply your possible impact, not just linear chains that slow you down. And never forget, patience is your most lethal weapon. True innovation isn't a sprint. It is a relentless marathon, one that outlasts every bureaucratic chokehold. The future belongs to those who refuse to wait for permission, who rage against slow systems, who believe that capitalism is not a cage but a key. The key to unlock innovation's purest, wildest potential. You don't have to fight bureaucracy by becoming it. You can burn it down by becoming something bigger, a sovereign creator, a ruthless experimenter, a builder connected to others who refuse to settle. This is how capitalism saves innovation. Not by rules, not by government lines, not by endless approvals, but by the fire of free individuals burning through the system's illusion of control. This fire lives in you. Behind every failure, every frustration with slow systems, every moment wasted waiting for an answer, is the energy to act differently. Not just to survive, but to thrive beyond any rules designed to limit you. Capitalism can save innovation, but only if it remembers its true power. To unleash individual freedom, to tear down bureaucracy's walls, and to build something new and unstoppable from the edges. This is your call. Not to wait for a better system, but to become the better system. To become the fire that pushes past every block. To create a network of the few who dare. Because the future doesn't belong to the comfortable or the compliant. It belongs to those who burn.